Greetings, guys. It's fancy. Let's get into it. It's the daily news brief, and today I actually did not have a lot of news stories. While I'm certain there are probably things that happened over the weekend, I just really hadn't saw much other than the whole Megan Thee Stallion and Clay Thompson situation. A lot of people seem to have uh, opinions about that. And for us, like usually SwagHer magazine does not, they weren't married, so it's not a divorce. So like we usually don't report on divorces because I always feel like that's a home being broken up or someone is really hurting, excuse me, behind that. So for that reason, but I mean, it is in the news. So it is one seems like major news story. And I don't know. I will say some of the comments I've seen from men were a little disturbing and just like, really like I've seen them through other people. I hadn't really saw any men on my timeline talking about the situation, thankfully, because I don't know, that could give the wrong impression. But one thing I will say is it's funny to me because I remember someone thinking that Meg was too fast for Clay, and then he is allegedly a cheater. That person also is a cheater. So I don't know. Maybe he saw something there that I wasn't seeing, but I was rooting for them. And I just wish Meg all the best. You know, going through a public breakup, it seems really challenging. We think that we see it with our own selves, you know, and breaking up with somebody. I know some people are like, oh, I don't know, post my man on Facebook or whoever I'm with on Facebook. Okay, good for y'all. But for some of us that do, you know, it can be a little awkward. So, yeah, that's about all that I have to say on that matter. In other news, what else was the other news? Something that I learned this past week I thought might be of interest to you guys is the transfer of death deeds, which is called a tide. So basically it's like a way for if your parents were to pass for them to be able to um transfer their house over to their children, or parents transfer houses over to their children without having to go through probate court. And I thought that was a really interesting video. Found it on TikTok. Her handle is YTUIPMKJ. So if you all want to learn more about it, you all can visit TikTok and follow the young lady there who discusses it more in detail. But that's basically like the gist of it. And I hadn't ever heard of that. I thought other Black people maybe hadn't heard of it as well. If you have heard of a tide or a transfer on death deed, or if you have been the recipient of such a thing, you can definitely let us know in the comments like what that was like for you, because I think that that's some information that we should be passing along to those within our family and networks. I plan to talk to my own mom about it because I feel like that is something of importance. You know, who wants to go through years of probate court? I've never done it, but it does not sound appealing to me. In other news, the Michael movie premiered this weekend. I've seen a lot of people posting about it online. I considered going to see it by myself, but then I was just kind of like, I don't know. My attention span is so short that I don't know if I could sit through a 2 hour and 10 minute long movie. Greetings, Anitras. So, but I have seen nothing but good things about it. Also, just speaking of the Jackson family, I see that Tiana Taylor recreated Janet Jackson's look from the, I don't know what the event was exactly, but she recreated one of Janet Jackson's looks, and for People's Magazine ended up like sharing the post, so I ended up seeing it there. And they also reshared how Janet spoke on camera about how honored she was for Tiana to, you know, recreate the look and just how beautiful she was. So I thought that was really cool, and for her to acknowledge it, you know, was also just as cool. You guys can find it probably on Instagram. That's where I found it. Uh, any other news stories that I don't know? What else have y'all saw in the news this week? My Mind is My Business is heading to Houston on the 22nd through the 24th. On the 24th, they will have their awards brunch. I can't quite remember what the other days are. I'm just sharing stuff with y'all as it's coming to me. I don't have my notes how I normally have my notes. But if you are a professional or a business owner who, understands the importance of balancing your mental health and your nervous system, I would strongly suggest that you check out this event. It's presented by the LM Experience and Lakeisha Mosley. We are a partner for the event, so we've been sharing it across our network. You'll see the flyers, and this year's theme is the reset. Um, Trying to think if it was anything else I might need to let y'all know about that event. But if you are interested in attended the event, then we're supposed to get some tickets soon, so we'll be able to give away some of those. I'm excited about that, and just having something to give away to y'all. If anybody else would like to give away something, like for us to give away something on your behalf of your business, we would love to do that. Just being able to, and now I got the time to go to the post office because I used to not have the time when we were trying this before, but now I actually have the days where I can make certain that, okay, I can get this to the post office and so gets it. And it would be from, of course, like a collaboration with your business and SwagHer magazine. We also will be hosting Tasha Christie, the sales copy queen, who is she's going to be presenting in our visibility vault for Black business women tomorrow. We are offering a 1 week trial of the visibility vault. If anybody is interested in being a member just for a week, see if you like it or not, see if you find value in it. If you do it, I strongly suggest you go back through posts and, just see some of the things that we've talked about in the past, see what opportunities might still be available for you to present yourself for, or submit yourself for, like different press opportunities, because we do share those within a group. Um, Excuse me, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that you all need to know. So on tomorrow at 1:30, that's when Tasha will be presenting. If you're trying to get in, you should go ahead on the, you can even leave a comment on here and Jermel or I will follow up with you to get you added to the group. It is a Facebook group. However, it is, I think it's a popular Facebook group. Like if you Google the Visibility Vault for Black business women online, um, it has, like a good review of what we do within the vault, and it also speaks from the members' perspectives from things that they've shared online, so you all can definitely check that out. Is there anything else? Shout out to DMV Does, who hosted their toiletry drive yesterday at Mary Lou's in Fort Washington. We were able to attend. We gave some toothpaste and deodorant wipes, and and we also well I because I keep saying, so we is in SwagHer, but that's how I see it. Like we donated, or I donated on the behalf of SwagHer, and also volunteered some time to pack some of the bags. So by the time we made it there, they were already like deep into the bag packing, so we didn't get to pack a lot of bags, but it was still a cool experience. I did talk to a few of the women, and I got to meet Jennifer Ward, who is the founder of DMV Does. And it just made me think like how it was a very simple concept, but there are so many ways that we can be giving back as business owners. I feel like that is a part of our responsibility. I know a lot of people may not, but I feel like we ask a lot, well, I know I ask a lot. So the least I can try to do is give back whenever I can. Usually we give back in some form of fashion that is pertaining to the magazine or the work that we're doing. But I would like to also be able to get some of my time back. So if you all know of any other volunteer opportunities within the DMV area, I really would love to be able to go in and speak with some women at a shelter, at a women's shelter. I have tried applying before in the past, but I never heard back from anyone. But especially women's shelters with people that look like us, that is really important to me. So, and just giving back is important to me. Like I don't know, I was raised that way. It was instilled in me from the organizations I was in as a youth. That was something that we did all the time. Like on Wednesdays, we would have this organization. It certain grade levels, the lower grade levels, it was called Sunbeams, and then as you got older, it was called Girl Guards. I don't know if anybody remembers this, but The organization would come pick us up on Mondays or Wednesdays, if I'm not mistaken, after school, and we'd have to pay a quarter. But we would do things like we would do the cookie dough. I don't know where they was, if they were giving it away, selling it. I don't know. Just different things though. We did a fashion show. I remember one time with clothes that we got from a secondhand store or something like, or a consignment shop. Not a consignment shop. Maybe that's not what I'm looking for. Um, but like a thrift store, basically. We did a fashion show and put the clothes together, but then people were able to go and get those clothes and things like that. So little things like that. And that's actually what I wrote about today for the CEO chatter um, column for Monday of this. Well, today is Monday, but that's what went out today. If you all would like to check that out, I gave like just some tips as far as like if you are interested in giving back and you don't exactly know where to get started, then you all can visit swaggeronline.com to learn more about that. And then I have also been promoting our the CEO Chatter live podcast is coming to Houston. May 21st is the day that we're planning to record. So if anybody is interested in purchasing that package, that needs to be paid by this Friday because I need to see basically, who all is going to be there. I'll be in Houston either way because I'll be attending In My Mind is My Business conference. I'm excited to say I'm being honored at the conference. I got the Quiet Leader Award, so I'm excited about that. And just being able to connect with Jarmel while I'm in Houston as well. For those who don't know who Jarmel is, that's our VP of marketing, but he's been working with me for we've been in existence for almost 16 years, and he's been with me almost the whole 16 years. So at least 15 of those years. And I think that is everything that I have for the news today, guys. So if you have any questions, if you're interested in the visibility vote, or you are interested in the being a part of the podcast, you can always reach out to us. It's the same email, this advertise at swagger.net. Thank you, Anitris. And so that is actually everything that I had. So peace and blessings. Y'all have a great day.